Rich Adler has been a staple within the Humboldt Unified School District as a member of the governing board for the past 15 years. His leadership, demeanor, and poise are always first and foremost with the lens of all students' best interest in mind. He believes in public education and the comprehensive difference that everyone makes in the lives of children every day. His sense of servant leadership is evident in his conscientiousness and the seriousness by which he holds his position as a board member. He comes prepared to have robust conversations about agenda items and their long-term programmatic effects on all students. Rich is not afraid of asking the tough questions or providing constructive feedback as he sees it or hears it from the community. He calibrates decisions and conversations rooted in the district's vision, core values, and goals of the board. His intentionality and focus ensures that the district is making decisions aligned with the Vision 2020 strategic plan, a plan that would allow for the children of the rural community to have access to a comprehensive world-class education regardless of barrier. Rich is a large part of making this plan a reality. His direction and push for metrics and formal progress monitoring the work has been instrumental in taking a document of strategic steps to operationalizing and achieving it. Over Rich's tenure with the board, he has participated in numerous committees, trainings, school visits, conferences, and initiatives that have led to business and church partners for each of the schools within the district. He has served as president for 6 different terms during his time on the board. His servant leadership is evident in the hours and honored commitments to the people of the community and the district. Rich's commitment to providing a comprehensive world-class education for all students within the district is evident in his tireless efforts in the belief of continuous improvement and the notion that the work is never done. He is a champion of children and provides pathways of opportunities to each and every student. Congratulations, Rich Adler, for being selected as this year's All-Arizona Award recipient. It takes a remarkable person to dedicate their lives to the education and well-being of children. Having a willingness to put themselves in the public eye and run for an unpaid locally elected school board position in an urban school district in order to effectively advocate for kids is the makings of a modern-day hero. Creighton School District is lucky to have these qualities in Governing Board President Jeanne Casteen. A longtime resident of the Creighton community, Jeanne Casteen started her career in education teaching middle school and high school students at Creighton School District, Phoenix Union High School District, and in the Isaac School District. She has spent the majority of her career teaching children in underprivileged communities, making meaningful connections with her middle school and high school students. Known as a behind-the-scenes leader, she has served as board president 3 times and uses her influence as a seasoned board member to encourage all fellow board members to participate in leadership professional development. On a local level, Jeanne Casteen is a well-known activist within the teaching community. By leveraging her position as governing board president, Jeanne has met with different senators and representatives throughout the state to advocate for public education. Equity and minority student achievement conferences are of particular interest for Jeanne. Most importantly, she makes it her duty to bring back the information that she learns from these professional development opportunities to educate her fellow board members and superintendent on best practices and new ideas. Jeanne is well known within the Creighton community. She is constantly seen supporting schools, community events, and elections. While attending these events, she is always a positive ambassador for Creighton, while also actively listening to criticism and suggestions from community members and leaders. She loves visiting classrooms and connecting with teachers and students to see firsthand the great learning happening in Creighton. We want to congratulate Jeanne Casteen for being named one of ASBA's All-Arizona Award recipient. Kevin Daly's parents first encountered the Flowing Wells community when they moved into the neighborhood in 1952. After moving around town, the family returned and Kevin enrolled in Flowing Wells Junior High School for 8th grade. Kevin graduated from Flowing Wells High School in 1983. Kevin has served as the board president 2 times, in 2008 and in 2017, and currently serves as clerk of the board since January 2019. The Flowing Wells Governing Board very rarely establishes a formal committee community and relies upon board members being active participants in the schools and communities. Kevin is regularly seen attending high school events, coordinating reunions, connecting with alumni, and eating lunch at the school sites. Through these visits and conversations with a broad range of stakeholders, Kevin has taken specific leadership roles in developing the school dress code policy, equitable distribution of resources across the district, and a cohesive curricular experience. Kevin continually articulates that Flowing Wells is a system built on valuing all students equally. Therefore, consistent expectations and resources must be distributed to promote equality. His commitment to providing a comprehensive, world-class education for all students within the district is evident in his tireless efforts in the belief of continuous improvement and the notion that the work is never done. Kevin is a champion of children and providing pathways of opportunities to each and every student within the district. Please put your hands together and congratulate Kevin Daly on being ASBA's All-Arizona Award recipient. Throughout the years, Mr. Mike Fane has spent countless hours trying to find opportunities for the youth in his community. All 6 schools are rural, where resources are limited. The Cobre Valley Institute of Technology, or CVIT, led by Mr. Fane, has made these resources now available. He and board members set in motion a series of changes for CVIT that had major success for the district. It may not seem like a big change for a small rural CTED, but this was a big deal. The vision and mission have been changed to reflect the recent legislation that community colleges certificates are no longer the area of focus, but getting students workforce ready with industry certifications. For CVIT, it made major communication changes between the board, superintendent, teachers, students, and 6 satellites and Gila Community and Central Arizona College campuses. Mr. Fane has been heavily involved with the community as well as schools. As a member of the Sheriff's Office for the last 10 years, he has been able to address the community to the dangers facing all high schools. He has served as a school resource officer in Miami High School and often helped with discipline issues and helping parents with some of their children's problems. Also, Mr. Fane worked in the school safety program, working with students in law-related education and spending over 180 hours a year in the classroom. Mr. Fane has worked and dedicated his life to public education and the local community. We are ecstatic to celebrate Mr. Fane as this year's ASBA's All-Arizona Award recipient. Dr. John Sparks has exemplified board and district leadership in multiple ways. First, he has served as board president each of the last 3 years. Historically, the Sahuarita district has rotated this assignment. However, given the turnover on the board in recent years, the rest of the team felt that they needed a steady, wise, and consistent hand in the president's role. Dr. Sparks exemplified the board's commitment to identifying qualified candidates, working and making decisions that advance the well-being and effectiveness of the board. Dr. Sparks has served on committees to advance the passage of critically needed bond and override ballot measures. He is calm but strong and a candid voice for outcomes that advance the quality of all schools. Additionally, Dr. Sparks utilizes his various leadership roles to make mutually beneficial connections that add value across sectors. Dr. Sparks models the concept of lifelong learning. After a very successful career in the business sector, he changed careers, went back to school, and became a nurse, and now a nurse practitioner. Dr. Sparks is a servant leader. He is known as someone who is everywhere, always ready to listen, and is somebody who genuinely cares about people. John has been known to visit and engage with campaigning people on Main Street intersections during elections or walking the community and talking to his neighbors about the issues of a bond or override. Dr. Sparks creates trust with others through his logical, sincere, and genuine engagement. He truly is a public servant. Congratulations to Dr. Sparks for being named this year's All-Arizona Award recipient.